Hi Virgo, welcome to November. Hopefully the audio and the video are syncing up now. I did a couple of tweaks with my camera and my computer the last couple of days, and yesterday it seemed to be working. Fingers crossed it keeps working. I've gotten so much advice, it's like I've got advice coming out my ears. And I love learning. I love it when people teach me new things. I mean, I'm a Virgo after all. We love learning new things, but when it's like the same advice over and over and over again, and I've already done it, and I feel like my head's going to explode anyways, like, stop. Right? Do you feel there's this very hurry up and wait energy? Right? I'm going to shuffle these a couple of times because I didn't do it. I don't think I did it. I don't remember. And because I don't remember, I might have, because now they're being obnoxious and not wanting to shuffle. They're like, no, Virgo energy is in there. Hurry up and wait, Virgo. Welcome to November. It's been like October. It was not easy in the beginning. When we hit Venus retrograde in Scorpio, I just wanted to like lay in bed for days and I actually was forced to because I hurt my back, right? November feels so much better. Might be a little chaotic. I feel like you have a lot of people around you. I feel like there's this spotlight on you. And we do have Jupiter is moving into Sagittarius in September, which is going to be really, really fun. That's in our 4th house, which is home and family. So things are really changing. There is this water element that's going on, and I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. So we have the Page of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. There's this new energy that's kind of showing up. And it seems very sincere. You guys have a spotlight on you. Mercury is in retrograde, and a lot of times, like, Virgos kind of lose their traction when Mercury is in retrograde. And I think a lot of it might just be psychosomatic, because Mercury retrograde, it's not really like a slowing of the planet. It's more like it's closer to the Earth, so it feels like it's going backwards, right? It just means the planet's closer to us. So really, there should be more traction with it and not less traction. It is a time to slow down and to reassess, retrograde. We talked about that. With retrogrades, it's all about the R-E in the beginning. Reevaluate, reassess, redo, reignite. 5 of Wands. There's an inner turmoil about this water energy that's around you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody is coming in. Doesn't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could be somebody that just has some super, super deep feelings for you, and you're conflicted. And you're conflicted because you have so many things that you want to do. You want to focus on Virgo, right? Well, and I got to tell you something, Virgo. We've been focusing on Virgo all year. And even at the end of last year, it's been like focus, focus, focus. And now there's kind of this timid, scared energy within a Virgo because they are getting a lot of attention, and it seems more sincere, the kind of attention they're getting. Well, you raise your vibration, right? Sincerity is happening. 6 of Pentacles. And I think that you're worried that this sincerity is going to happen and then it's just going to go away. Like with the 5 of Wands, I don't feel like this is an outward conflict. It could be. Yes, you could have some chaos going on in your environment. I feel like this is more of an inner conflict because you're like, but I've been through this song and dance before, and I'm not entirely sure I want to go through it again unless it's going to be reciprocal, right? So, plus, I don't even want to say it because I don't want you guys to do it. you might be focusing on work in November, which is not unlike a Virgo to do, right? When you're feeling good and you're vibrating high and things are going well, because right now, in this moment, it's the end of October still when I'm doing this reading. In this moment right now, there's like, you really want to go and get going and get things happening in your life, and you feel this push to do things, but you just can't do it. It's like you're being forced to stay still on purpose. So when November hits and Venus retrograde goes into Libra on November 1st, and then it goes direct in the middle of November on like November 16th, 17th, depending on where you are in the world. And we have Jupiter going into Sagittarius, Mercury's going into Sagittarius, and then we go Mercury retrograde. Mars goes into Pisces. And Mars going into Pisces, that is going to be one of those, and that's like right in the middle of November. That's going to be like one of those things where you just can't help but feel the love, right? Like it's going to be like, there's going to be a moon in Pisces during that time. Like when I was looking at our planets and our charts before I started this, it was last night actually, because I was feeling the energy already. And I'm like, oh man, the Virgos that really want to like put their head down and just work and like not focus on relationships, they're going to have a very big surprise, right? And the reason why I say that some of you out there will be just focusing on work is we have the four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is like, I'm holding on to everything I have dear right now and not really allowing any other, like this guy's not allowing any other energy to come in for fear that he will lose everything that he has already now. Now, the thing with the Four of Pentacles, I always say, if you do not release one of these pentacles, if you do not open yourself up to new energies coming in, you stay stagnant. And right now, you feel stagnant. Right? Right now, you feel stagnant. So, Page of Cups. What does this offer? Because you have been feeling unfulfilled in a lot of areas of your life, not just in relationships. Maybe, yes, in relationships. But to me, the Page of Cups is like, I just want to have something real. I want to be more fulfilled. And Virgo glued themselves back together this year a couple of times. Virgo really focused on self and became evolved so that they weren't being that selfish Virgo that needed to like wear a facade, be one person one day and another person another day, right? It's okay. You've done the work. You are fulfilled within yourself. And if you don't feel fulfilled, don't accept any offers yet. If you still feel like you have work to do with the Four of Swords on the Page of Cups, if you're feeling like you still have work to do, it's okay to not accept the offers of people around you. If you still feel like you have to do some internal work going on here with the Hermit, it's okay if you're not accepting anybody else's offers. Because you will be conflicted by this, because it will come to you and it will be very sincere. And it will feel like something like, oh man, could this be that fulfillment? You know, but I'm focusing on myself and I'm trying to get things together. See, the way the energies are going to go this month, I just really don't feel like there's going to be a lot of choice. Wheel of Fortune? I don't know if I should say it. On the King of Cups, I don't know if I should say it, Virgo. I just want to look at like every Virgo out there and be like, okay, so we've dealt with this King of Cups energy before. I don't feel like it's the same. But you're conflicted because you're looking at it like, oh man, it sure feels the same. Sure feels a lot of the same stuff that I dealt with in the past. And now it's showing up again. And maybe it is a past person coming back and they're showing up in a very brand new kind of way. Like, I'm all put back. You glued your pieces back together. It was time for me to glue my pieces back together. So now I'm back. Here I am. Right? So the conflict that's inside of you is just helping you master your emotions, because I don't feel like you're, like I said before, this Five of Wands doesn't feel like an outward conflict that you're not like arguing with people on the outside. The Empress is telling me that you're actually, because this is internal and you're recognizing that it's internal, you're realizing how mature you've become when it comes to relationships and dealing with other people in your life. You've realized that when you feel that internal conflict within, you can recognize it, you can feel what that trigger is, and you can get to it before it gets to you. That was a very Virgo analytic way to put it. If this internal conflict is something that you can manage, I feel like you can put your own mind at, I mean, there aren't any bad cards here except for this Five of Wands, which is an internal thing. Like, you can ease your mind. You can rest your mind. You can get ahead of the Five of Wands because you are the Empress now, right? You are somebody who has mastered themselves. You are somebody who lives their life to the fullest. You're somebody who is independent and takes charge and can, look, she has a wand. And look at all that magic around her head. She's magic. And you can be a guy, Virgo, and be the Empress too, and be magic. I mean, come on. This is just, this is somebody who can have it all. And she knows she can have it all. And that's where that internal conflict is, because she's like, okay, but I can have it all. So are you going to give it all to me? Because I'm not accepting anything less. And I want to say that I feel like because you have shifted that energy, because you have raised your vibration, because you have worked on yourself, yes, you can have it all. It's not something, it's almost like not even a question anymore. Because this energy is going to come in whether you like it or not. It's how you handle your emotions towards it. You don't have to jump right into a relationship, which a Virgo never would anyways. Like, let's be real. Sorry, my nose is so itchy and I don't want to like itch it on the, I'll just take a drink and see if that helps. You're going to do your Virgo thing. And I know I'm talking a lot. You're going to do your Virgo thing, and you're going to evaluate the situation, maybe even reevaluate it when it comes to Mercury retrograde. Sorry, they were backwards. And you're going to do that. That's just that's what Virgos do. That's what we are. But there's kind of no denying this King of Cups. And it's not a King of Cups that, see what I mean? You're going to do what you do, Virgo. The Magician on the Hermit. I mean, how much Mercury can you get in one reading? Could we get a little bit, where's the Lovers? Like, that shows Mercury also. That's making choices. Watch, the Lovers will pop out. I have so much fun with you guys. I can't help it. Because, it's so funny. People don't understand that Virgos are actually really fun. They just take us too seriously sometimes. People don't understand our twisted sense of humor and how dry we can be and obnoxious we can be. We can actually be so much fun. And some people just see the serious side. Some people just see us how we work really hard and that we can be critical. We're only being critical because we love you. I think this King of Cups might understand that. Oh, Virgo. It's been a long time since we could just giggle with each other, right? It's been a long time. Don't fight it. You're coming to the end of a battle of giving all of yourself and not reciprocating, right? The Nine of Wands on the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles talks about, where are you placing your energy? Are you giving it to the places that will respect you and honor you and value the fact that you've given your energy? Or are you giving it to people that just don't really give a shit? Right? And this Nine of Wands is saying, man, I've been up this battle. I've been going on this hill. I'm almost to the Ten of Wands. It's like I'm tired of defending myself all the time, constantly defending myself upon what I give to everyone else. Is it going to be reciprocated? Is it going to be given back to me? Yes. because you're almost done fighting that battle. And you can believe that because you manifested this, right? The Magician and the Hermit. You raised your vibration. You went to the top of the mountain with that little tiny lantern. You worked your way up to, and not in an egotistical, I need to be better than everybody else kind of way. No, you raised your vibration. You healed your wounds. You recognized what it was about you that you needed to fix, instead of trying to fix everybody else to accommodate you. Because an unevolved, a devolved Virgo will tell everybody else what they need to fix about themselves to accommodate them. An evolved Virgo fixes themselves. And then when that nature comes out where they say, no, let me help you, they're being the healer. They're not being the fixer. They're saying, I will give you advice and I will help you on your path, but don't expect me to heal you because I can't fix you. Only you can fix yourself. That's an evolved Virgo. Right? You've done the work. You've given and given and given to places that did not truly respect, honor, value what you were giving them, and you fought that fight. So you can let go a little, Virgo. This Four of Pentacles, you're like hanging on for dear life. Woof, hanging on for dear life. Ah! Oh, right. Okay. Seriously? I love my job. The Lovers on the Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? Are you still holding on to a notion that things have to be a certain way? Because you've released this energy already. You've given it to the universe. You said, no, you do what you need to do with this, right? I told you the Lovers is going to come out. I told you. Because we can't have the Hermit, the Magician without the Lovers. You can't have all of Mercury during Mercury retrograde season without the Lovers being here too. Right? Because the Lovers represents Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Let me explain that before I'm like, oh, well, this Mercury. The Lovers is about making choices too. It's not just about a really strong connection. It's about making choices. And remember, when I say, this doesn't have to be a King of Cups. It doesn't have to be an actual water sign. It can be somebody who just has a lot of water quality to them. Somebody who's very mature emotionally, very nurturing, very open, very understanding. You could be dealing with a Gemini who has water qualities to them. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus as well, because the Empress is ruled by Venus, which is Libra and Taurus. You could be dealing with another Virgo, right? So, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups. Somebody's getting married. I mean, come on, guys. Three of Cups and Ten of Cups. That's all about celebration. That's all about family life. That's all about getting together and being happy and allowing the happiness to happen. Getting out there and celebrating with friends and being with family and being in love and enjoying. I mean, the holidays are coming. Enjoying everything that's coming to you, right? Page of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Wands. And the Three of Swords. Ow. All right. We'll keep going here in a minute. I'm not done yet. Page of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles. Be slow to speak in November. Because you are going to want to say everything and do everything and be everything. And I feel like if you have ideas about your future and people start to knock them down, you're going to want to jump and be like, no, listen, I already have a plan. I'm not going to laugh at this because the Three of Swords actually is kind of painful with me holding it right now. It's like you want to have this great future. You want to have this Ten of Cups. You're looking for it. You've been waiting so long for it, right? But the fear of that Three of Swords coming back to you is very, very real. So if you have this Page of Swords and Knight of Cups energy, or Knight of Pentacles, sorry, I did say Knight of Cups. Take that for what it's worth. But this Page of Swords here, the Page of Swords for me, a lot of times is about trimming the fat. And sometimes you have to like smart people. You have to be very quick and like cut them off at the chase, really. But with the Page of Pentacles here, I feel like it's time for you to kind of hold back your words a little bit. There may be somebody that's trying to like poke you about your future. And they're like, you know, you're not doing it right. You're not doing this right. If there are things that you really, really, really wanted to come into fruition, like maybe some money issues or your job or something like that. If there was something that really you wanted to come into fruition and it just didn't work out, you could have a tendency to get distracted, 8 of Swords and 8 of Pentacles, and get up in your head. I mean, like, what's a Virgo reading without the 8 of Swords, right? Like, we knew it was going to come out. But you could get distracted and get up in your head. And, you know, you have all of this good love and affection and reciprocity coming towards you. And so if somebody knocks you down or tries to knock you off of that high vibration, towards like, I want to say like middle to the end of November, if somebody's trying to do that, I feel like you need to like watch your words, like think of all of the karmic things that could come back to you. It could be another earth sign that's doing this to you. It could be, or it could be an air sign that's like wanting to approach you about it, but you know, it's like they know that you're going to like smart them if they get too close to you. So just remember that you've been working so hard on yourself and your vibration, and allowing yourself to keep your mouth shut during November might be a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, Virgo, right? 2 thumbs up, Fonzie. Hey, we get it, right? Don't battle where they're, like, choose your battles. Pick your battles, right? Pick your battles in November. Because I don't even feel like this has to go to heartbreak. It's almost like somebody just kind of knocks you off your dream. Like, you have this dream of the future, of the way you want it to look, and you're like, no, I'm planning, and I'm hoping, and here I go, and I've got all these great ideas. And then somebody says, that's not going to work, and kind of knocks you off your pedestal a little bit. And it's heartbreaking. It's like this person was a dear friend of yours or a family member or something, and they're just like, right? Like, they totally, because I don't feel, this is a thought to me. The swords are thoughts, right? And yes, it hurts internally also, but I don't feel like it's love related. I feel like it has everything to do with your professional life or your goals and dreams, and like, it's coming. Right? And even if somebody doesn't agree with everything that you want to do in your future, it doesn't matter what they think. You know, if you feel at peace with it, because they're going to try to make you feel like without ease, you know, you're going to be uneasy about it after you've got this great idea, and then you're going to feel uneasy about it, right? Then we have the Death card and the Hierophant, and the Queen of Wands, and the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Okay. And wow. Okay. So here comes the shock value, right? So after whoever this is that tries to like knock you off your pedestal, I feel like you get right back up. You kind of like kibosh the whole thing, and you're like, listen, I know what my values are. I know what my traditions are. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Taurus. That's the King of Cups is coming out like that. But I know what my values are. I know what I need to do. I know where I'm going. I know where my path is leading you, or leading me. And I feel like there's a fire energy that's kind of like cheering you on, and they're like, don't listen to the haters, because you have so much good energy coming into November. You don't want one little incident with one person, and maybe a couple of people. Maybe there are a couple of people that are like ganging up on you, and you're like, dude, don't back me up into a corner. I don't do well in tight spaces. Right? I don't do well in tight, I really don't do well in tight spaces. But I feel like there are people that have your back. There are people that are cheering you on. There are people, the 6 of Wands with this fire sign totally gets you, right? Be careful, because as they cheer you on, they may have other, it's like they bring you to a place of ease and then shock you into something that kind of pulls you back into, oh my gosh, I'm doing this cycle again, I'm doing this again. Because because I have this Six of Swords and I have the Tower. And that Tower energy isn't like horrible. It's just shock value. It's like somebody shocks you at the end of November, and the Two of Cups, and it's somebody you're very, very close to, and Five of Pentacles, and then we have the World. And I'm stopping there because I could go on all day long, right? So as we get, you know, we start off November with some really, really great energy, new people coming in, feels so good. Everything is happy, everything is wonderful. Somebody tries to knock you off your pedestal. It gets you up in your head. Your money might suffer. If you allow that person, if you allow this Three of Swords, whatever that person said to you, to get in your head, it's going to be really hard to recover, right? So then we have a friend that shows up. I don't even feel like this is a bad person. I feel like this person means well, because they cheer you. Like, this person is somebody that you can like bounce ideas off of, and they're like, oh yeah, that's great. That's a really great idea. Do that, right? And that's why I think they kind of get you into a place of ease and calm. And then you get a shock value again with either this fire sign or somebody else. And it hits you where it hurts. It hits you right in the gut. It makes you feel like you're less than who you truly are. And you're like, but I've already been through this, and I don't need to heal that part of me again. I feel like you rally really, really well from whatever shock value this is as you go into the end of November, whatever this shock value is, from somebody very close to you. And I don't even think that this person meant to do it, almost, you know? It was like they just kind of appeared. I heard a ringing sound. I don't even know what that is. It's like a phone ringing outside or something like that. But then you have the World. So it's almost like you start November in one cycle and you close it out also. And I think a lot of this has to do with you recognizing who your tribe is, who you want to have around you, who really is there for Virgo, right? Not just like pretending just because they know that we have, you know, we're healers. So be very discerning about who you surround yourself with. But I almost feel like these people that show up during November they are already around you. Like, they're already kind of part of your crew. And then you start to recognize that some of them don't really have the best intentions for you, and some of them have the best of intentions for you, right? So just be very discerning. Awesome reading, Virgo. Man, such a good reading. So amazing. I'm really, I'm excited. I'm super excited for November. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. It's kind of like a mixed bag for November, but for the majority, you guys are going to feel great. And you're going to get moving again, and you're going to feel that, the love in your life again. Like, you won't feel so isolated. Okay? I went way over on this video. So I love you guys, and that's why I went way over. So really quick, before you click off the video, I do have my 2019 yearly forecasts available for purchase. I'm only doing a limited number this year. I have 6 months available, and I have a full 12-year forecast available. You can, and the reason why I'm doing it now is because I want to be able to get all of them out before the end of the year. They'll only be available by the end of the first week of January. So whichever comes first, whether they sell out first or the first week in January. So if you want to get your 2019 forecast, I just decided that this morning. I don't know why. It was just like a kind of like an idea, and I felt really good about it, so I'm putting it out there. I kind of wish I would have done that with the other people, but I'll also mention it in the soulmate readings too. So I love you guys so much. Oh, and if you're a Scorpio cross-watching, you can get $50 off of, during your season, $50 off of the 1 hour FaceTime recorded. You can either do FaceTime recorded or Skype readings. They're the non-emergency ones. $50 off using the code BIRTHDAY on my website, fearlessintuition.net. Have a wonderful November. I love you guys. Mwah.